This is a reading video for Monogatari, the Bake branch, episode 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. A 5 episode reaction for the finale of the first season slash the Bake branch season, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, we finished it up and everything. So click in the link description below to go watch my reaction and come back here to see my full thoughts, theories, and theories about these episodes and what's to come next. My theories on what's going to come next, whatever, very vaguely. But also, warning for not safe for work materials. So careful where you watch it, that kind of thing. Don't want to get you in trouble for watching silly things on your phone or wherever you are. There is quite a bit of it, so just be wary of that. So click away now or be spoiled as to what happened in these episodes. Okay, so once again, just like looking at my camera right now, I can definitely see something wrong with it with the colors. It seems way too blown out. I'll mess with that like afterwards or whatever. Just like, I said at the beginning of my reaction, but like I restarted or reinstalled Windows and all kinds of stuff like that. So all my settings were kind of like basically defaulted. Yeah. There's a lot wrong with it. Like the ruby thing up here is mostly the big thing. It's not that red like on camera or like right here. It's like maybe kind of like a soft red kind of thing. But then I look on camera and it's like a blood red. Like it's just like Jesus. Like it's not really that red. Also the blue is fine. I was trying to think of anything. Yang's hair? No, that's yellow. I think it's just the red. Is it just the red color? Weird. Okay, I'll look into more of that later. Anyways, a very interesting group of episodes to finish off, kind of thing. Um, Ultimately, it was like a final test in a way, like from the one guy who was like always helping them. He always brought brought girls to like help them, kind of thing. To this guy, he said he was leaving. Finally, he did leave these episodes, and he left this, or he left him in charge of this like last kind of mission, kind of thing, um, which he did indeed succeed in fixing, kind of thing. I mean, with a bit of help with the vampire girl who is apparently part of his shadow now, which is super interesting, and I'm wondering how that works. But I'm very interested to see what happens if we ever get to see these characters again. Because that's one of the kind of thing that I'm theorizing that these next episodes are going to be, or the next branches are going to be, is maybe talking about more about these characters just in their own kind of spin-off things. Um, so, like, the entirety of Bakemonogatari was all about this, half vampire, whatever, uh, character, as he goes along trying to help all these other people with like mystical powers, kind of thing. So that's like this. That's like what this branch is. Just him going through his like day-to-day life, finding people, helping them, kind of thing, which is really really interesting. Um, but I'm sure the other branches are all about different characters in the world and everything. Maybe not even the characters we've seen here, but like new characters, like just out in the world somewhere. Like maybe we'll have a whole like branch dedicated to the guy who helped out so much, like who knew everything about like this whole world. Maybe we'll have a thing about him and like know more about him and a day-to-day thing that he does instead of just sit there in the cram school or whatever like they're at. It was really cool to see one of the returning characters that we've seen since the beginning of the first episode actually be one of these special people, kind of thing, have like abilities or whatever, or who have been in a way like touched by gods, kind of in a way, kind of deal, like crab snakes, just like all that kind of stuff. This one in particular is, I guess, cat. Well, I mean, there's nothing on like. I don't think there's ever been anything. I might have missed it if they did talk about it. But I don't think they said anything about like what caused her to go cat mode. Um, um, as he was trying to figure it out. I know he's trying to figure it out, but it was never like confirmed. Mostly because I'm pretty sure the guy who was who we always go to for help, he's kind of like wanted him to do it on his own and not like help him out, like to get rid of it. He wants to kind of show them that not all of them are bad, kind of thing in a way. I mean, this one was pretty bad, but like it was dealt with in a way. So I'm interested to see if it's ever explained later on, kind of thing, like why she was a cat girl, kind of mode, cat mode, um, sort of power. Like, was it a god that like did it? Was it like a random entity kind of thing like in the world that like gave it to her? Was she born with it? Was she like, I don't know, just a bunch of kind of random ideas thrown out there. Um, but it will be interesting to see these characters again, like the ghost girl coming back. Maybe just like we'll see her in the background of one of the other branches, or something like that. Like it'll be really cool to see her. I mean, she'll be pretty interesting to see if she does come back, because I'm wondering if she's going to be, because like ultimately she was the focus point for the main character of this branch, because her and him are like together, kind of like boyfriend girlfriend kind of thing. So if we did follow her around for a branch, I mean, there was a lot of bits where we actually left her at school and like left her to do her own thing, kind of thing. So maybe we could have like a big story plot with her, kind of thing, like a progressive arc where she like is trying to do something, like right, just like um something. I don't know. But I don't know. Might be interesting. I'm just trying to think of like what could happen in these other branches other than like just following around one character each time. Maybe a group of characters each time. I'm not sure. Um, it was really cool to see the different kind of cat mode that the one girl was able to turn into, like the white hair, ears, all that kind of stuff. Um, it's a very interesting power. It only activates when she's super stressed out to the point of like breaking in a way. And the only way to help her get out of that is effectively a vampire, or a special type of vampire that drains energy, not so much blood really. I don't think, just like the like so um the cat mode, when it grabbing somebody, drains all of their energy, kind of thing. Uh, and they were saying how the vampire girl, when she like lunged at her, it was a different form of drain. Um, but I'm wondering if it was talking about like the blood side of like draining blood from them, like drains their energy, kind of thing, or entirely like different form of like drain like ability, kind of thing. Um, but it's really interesting. I'm interested in how they were saying how she can't be a vampire, or either one of them can't be a vampire if she's too far away. Like he has to be kind of close by to her in order for them to keep their powers or something like that. It seemed like, um, which is like really interesting. I'll probably have to go reread that, because like that was like a time where like I was like trying to contemplate like everything that was happening. So I might have misread something or overlooked something or thought too hard on one thing and avoided other things, kind of thing. So uh, yeah, it happens. Trying to like suck in all the information at once. Um, so a lot of stuff happened, but it was a cool finale for this kind of branch. I'm very interested to see what happens with the other branch and everything, because so far this has been the first branch that we've gone through. So I'm not sure if the branches are going to be similar to this or different than this, or what, anything really. Like I have no idea. So the next branch is going to be a mind altering experience for sure, because we're actually going to see the differences, whatever, like what the differences are between these kind of like branches of like of shows, um, or stories, or what I'm going to call them. Because a couple of them are pretty much like hour long, and then a couple of them are like anime length, and a couple of them seem to be short anime stuff. There's a whole second season, and there's like, yeah, so it's interesting. Like It's gonna be interesting to see what happens for sure. Anyways, I feel like that's it. I mean, I know it's kind of a short redirect, but like it was just a cool kind of like cool group episodes. I mean, it was all focused mainly on the cat version of her kind of thing, talking about how she was or the human side of her um, loves him like kind of thing, and he's the reason why she goes into that form kind of thing. And that makes sense because like even at the first episode, it seemed like she was into him kind of thing, but he never kind of really clued into it. Um, so I'm not sure if he really does. It's definitely like one of those kind of like one-sided love kind of things. So it's sad, but like at the same time, like it's kind of unavoidable. You can't just like force love her to bring her back down to like no stress kind of thing. Um, it would just kind of end badly in a way. It would because like you would force yourself to fake love her or something like that or whatever, and then she'd know that you'd fake love her at some point, either right away or like later on. And then so her stress starting to build up, knowing that you're faking it the entire time, and then like just like so on and so forth, and then just like back to cat mode, and then the cat mode has to like deal with you again or something like that, or kill you, whatever. The cat mode wanted to kill him. So I'm interested how I think she knew about the shadow. Um, I'm pretty sure she knew about the shadow because like she said like go step over there by the light, and then she was like or he was like okay now what, and then he's or she's like step over there because there's no you're just in the shadow more. um and it seemed like right then like she knew um that something was up with one of his shadows, or his shadow or in general. um so that was really interesting, and I'm wondering if we're gonna see again. I want to know more about the vampire girl because we never got to see too much about her. We kind of like saw her in the corner, kind of just like off on her own. A little snippets here and there about her kind of staring at people, not really trusting of I guess females or something like that. That's what one of them was saying. Um, but a very interesting character for sure. I think she's fallen for him as well, the main character kind of thing. So it's just like in a way like a love triangle at this point. It's just like there's like a lot of stuff going on. But anyways, I think that's it. So yeah, like I said, next week we will be starting up the Kaizu or Kizu, Kizu, Monogatari Part One, which is I guess somewhere around an hour long. I have to assume. Yeah, it's somewhere around an hour long because it says stop before preview at an hour and 2 minutes in. So it's about an hour long. And then the part two is about an hour and seven, and that's gonna be 2 weeks from now, and then 3 weeks from now is going to be another parter for Kaizu. So a 3 week part. Oh, well, yeah, a three parter, but split into one part each week, kind of thing. So we shall get to that in due time. Thank you so much for watching. Tune in next week, like I said, for some more Monogatari, and I will see you guys then. Thank you so much for watching. Take care, buddy.